Today I am back here at the Alton Towers Resort. Now it may still be summer, we may still be in August, however Halloween is slowly creeping up on us now. Scarefest is just around the corner, so I'm back here at the park today to show you all the updates from across the park and show you what we can expect at this year's event. So I've come down to the Dark Forest first because last week Alton Towers, they released a trailer which teased a brand new scare maze which will be coming this year, and it's looking very likely that it's going to be down here in the Dark Forest. This is meant to be a spooky themed area, so I am really hoping they do finally put this area to use for Scarefest and bring a scare maze down into this area. I'm not actually sure where a new scare maze would go down in this area because the Dark Forest is a pretty small area. So yeah, I'm just looking around to see where they could actually put it. For Scarefest, they don't really do a lot with this area. So yeah, I'm really hoping that the rumours are true and there will be a new scare maze down here in the Dark Forest. And hopefully we'll find out some more information soon all about it. And it's also great to see that Rita is finally back open. This ride has been down the past couple times I've been here at Alton Towers now, so it's great to see it back open again. Hopefully it stays open now for the foreseeable future. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, it's great to see it back open again. Also down here outside the World of David Williams we have the Land of the Dead. I'm not sure if this is going to be returning again this year, but hopefully it will. I mean, got all the signage out the front still. So I'd imagine that will be returning this year. And I hope so too because the Alton Towers Dungeons used to be here, however it did close to introduce this new experience here for Scarefest. So yeah, I'd imagine this will be returning again this year. We'll just have to wait and find out. So now just catching the sky ride over to Forbidden Valley to see all the updates down there. And honestly, I'm so glad that the sky ride is back because it was down for 2 years whilst it underwent a huge refurbishment. With Alton Towers being the UK's biggest theme park, it made things so much more difficult to get from one area of the park to another without this sky ride. So it is great that it's back for the 2025 season. Now it literally takes you minutes to get from the Dark Forest to Forbidden Valley, and you also get some incredible views of the gardens, even if it is a little bit scary looking down from all the way up here. So now down by Toxicator, since I was last here, they've now raised those jets up so they actually hit the riders as they go down into it, which I think is a really cool idea for the summer. It's a little bit colder today to be fair, so I'm not really looking forward to getting absolutely soaked. But I do think that is a great feature for the summer. And I also love Toxicator. It's becoming one of my favourite rides here at Alton Towers now, and I'm very excited to get back on here. The force on those swings is unbelievable. I love it so much. So something I haven't done this season yet is go on Nemesis Subterra, which is a fantastic little indoor ride experience. Nemesis Subterra may be open all year round, but it does give me those Scarefest vibes, so it's definitely an attraction to check out if you are heading here this year for Scarefest. Now this may look like nothing right now, but in just a couple months this will be the entrance for the returning Scare Maze compound. This was a new for 2024 scare maze, and it was one of the most intense mazes, and it was announced recently that Compound will be returning in 2025. As I said, this is one of the most intense scare mazes at Scarefest. It is great to see that this maze is returning this year. There's another maze returning which we'll take a look at shortly, and then of course we have that brand new scare maze coming this year too. So it's looking like a great lineup at this year's Scarefest. A few years ago during Scarefest, Alton Towers, they would light up the gardens for the Whispering Souls walkthrough. Now this was removed from the Scarefest lineup in 2023 and it hasn't returned since, but I would love to see this return again in 2025. Of course it wasn't a huge loss to Scarefest, but it was a cool little family friendly extra for the event. Now I don't know if it will ever return, but just walking past the gardens reminded me of it, so hopefully they will bring this back someday. Another scare maze that'll be returning to Scarefest this year is the Alton Mine Tours. Now this maze, it's been at Alton Towers now for the past few years, and I'm not going to lie, even though it has been returning every single year, I still think it's one of the best, if not the best mazes here at Alton Towers. So I am glad that it is returning again. Hopefully they made a few changes this year, we'll just have to wait and find out. So this here is where you'll start queuing for the Altonville Mine Tours, Tiny's Revenge. So this maze, it's based off the Skin Snatchers, which are a family of outcasts who allegedly kidnapped townsfolk to wear their skin. Though most have been captured, one member known as Tiny still roams the depths. As I said, I love this scare maze and I am very excited to get back in the Altonville Mines in 2025. And just over here, this is where Daz Games Panic used to be, which is looking like it's not going to be returning this year, which is quite sad because I really enjoyed that maze. I thought it was really good, I thought it was a really good idea. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad it's not returning this year. At least I don't think it is anyway, but we'll just have to see. But yeah, it was a very good maze, it was a really unique concept as well. And yeah, originally, when it first got announced, I was very skeptical of it. But then after I did it, I completely changed my mind. I even did a behind the scenes tour of it as well, which I thought was incredible. And all the actors were fantastic in there as well. So yeah, it is a shame it's not returning this year. But yeah, had a great couple of years. So now I've covered all the Scarefest updates, I'll give you a quick update on the ride operations. And honestly, they have been fantastic. Being a sunny Saturday in August, it's what you would expect to be the busiest time to visit. However, it is the complete opposite. The Smiler queue is advertised at a 30-minute wait, and earlier when I had a ride on Nemesis Reborn, that was only a 10-minute wait. When I arrived at the park, I wasn't expecting to get on much at all. So yeah, it's been a very pleasant surprise. This is also the first time that I've been on the Smiler since I attempted to ride it 14 times in a day. So if you want to check that video out, I'll leave a link in the description below. And talking of the Smiler, there is some brand new merchandise in the Smiler store. Alton Towers, they've teamed up with Smiley World to bring a brand new Smiler collection. You have hoodies, t-shirts, wristbands, jewellery, and you also have a big smiley globe. However, that will set you back £60. I also noticed this Smiler rug, and I thought it was pretty cool. I've not seen it before. I think I'd prefer another ride like the Wicker Man, or maybe Nemesis Reborn, but you know, it's pretty cool, so it'd be great to see this with other attractions too. So there we have it, just some updates from across Alton Towers and what we can expect at this year's Scarefest. It's going to be a very exciting year with that brand new scare maze, and I cannot wait to experience those returning scare mazes too. It's shaping up to be a fantastic year. Scarefest is one of my favourite times at Alton Towers, so I cannot wait for it to return. But that is it for this video. If you did enjoy watching, then please hit that like button to let me know. And if you are new around here, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, ringing that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing, because we make plenty of theme park and adventure videos here which you don't want to miss. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.